sorry, we've had a few technical difficulties, and I literally found I couldn't find my cable for my microphone. I'm hoping it's working. It is working.
Good morning, everybody.
I need to change.
By technical difficulties, you've already owned up to it. Sammy means we lost something, but it's been found.
It's been found.
It's the one cable that seems to go missing every live.
Yeah, why is that?
You make a habit of it. We're upside down on the screen that we can see, but that's okay because I don't need to look at me.
Well, no, because that's where I put the comments.
Oh.
Hi. There we go.
Righto.
It's the Mondayest Monday there's ever Mondayed right now.
It's even raining just to complete the aesthetic.
It really is. So it's like dark and gloomy and blah in here. And yeah, we have to move that over. There we go. All right. How are we doing?
Like your shirt.
Thanks. Oh, like yours.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to dream. No, where is it? Dream, plan, and then I'll do it.
Cool. I can't believe it's been a week since... It hasn't been a week since we did one of these, surely.
No, it hasn't. It's been 6 days because last week we moved to Tuesday.
I look like a mess. I haven't even done my hair.
Me either. I haven't shaved.
Looking a bit scruffy, Mr. Gale.
Who you calling scruffy?
You.
Oh, that's fair.
So, let's say hi to everyone. I'm looking down like this because I did some other recording the other day, and so everything was shuffled around, and that's why
I can see people's names. We got Hi Yvonne, Holly, Kelly, Katie, Karen. I don't know who Stationary Happiness is. Do you know who that is? Sam does, but she can't remember.
I had a post-it note, and it was stuck to my rig, and then because I dismantled my rig, my post-it note has gone walkabouts. So
many changes.
Everybody who doesn't use their actual name, and if you want to, drop your real name and I will write them down because I really loved having that list.
I'm kind of jealous of Kelly because she says it's snowing in Pennsylvania.
Oh, snowy.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Hi Katie. Hi Karen. Hi, Stationary Happiness. I know who that is in the back of my head.
Yeah. Hi Heather. Hi Katie. Hi Karen. I said hi Karen already. Hi Laurie. Hi Julie.
We're going to go to bed. Yeah, sorry. It's a bit later. And then later again because I guess like daylight savings, right? You smell like you've been playing with one of my perfumes.
No, I put deodorant on.
It smells like my, is it Hypnotic Poison that I haven't worn in years. Are you sure you're not wearing my perfume?
So what if I am? I'm trying to attract...
Did you drop the bottle?
Trying to attract...
Because it's got anybody who knows that smell, it has a very, very distinct smell.
I feel like I'm being scent shamed here.
No, I love the smell. I was on a bus one day in Sydney and this lady's walked up and I could smell it from a mile off. I walked up to her on the bus and I said, oh my gosh, you're wearing my favourite perfume. You smell amazing. And she was like, oh, thank you. But I'm from the opinion if you want to compliment someone, you leave them feeling happier. That's what I do. And I've done it to a few people in public. And at first they're like, oh, this is weird. And I'm like, no, well, you just need to know you look awesome today. Thanks. So you smell like my favourite perfume right now. It's a compliment.
Well, it's better than usual. Usually she just says I smell like a sweaty man.
Well, you do. Oh, I also had a drink before we came live and it's...
Am I going to catch something sitting here?
What?
I don't know.
I don't go out to catch anything. I sit at my desk. Hi, Helene, Tracy, Barbara, Julie, Denise, Heather.
Katie,
We're talking about PA. What's PA?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Are you in PA? Well, technically we're in PA.
I am.
Ooh, I am. My brother lives in Cranberry. Now I'm hungry.
Well, I did ask
like
if you'd eaten food today, but you had not.
Hi, Marcy. You made it. Shalina. Any Aussie in today?
There might be some Aussies in today. I haven't seen any names.
Many Aussie in today, yeah. I'm
Tracy.
catching up on all the comments.
There we go. There's Aussie. Tracy's
Tracy.
an Aussie.
And
Luscious
it really
Labels
went
in
down
Aussie.
wrong. Yes, it's Denise in Melbourne.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Dark and snowy in, I'm not sure, Minna. Minna has said it's dark and snowy. Laurie,
Hey,
it's
Tamika.
10:30 and where Laurie is. Hi, Tamika. Messy hair here too. Yeah, these clips are life. And my colour's slowly fading, so I'm going to have to, dye myself in the bathrooms again. It's snowy. Oh!
In New
Stationary
York.
happiness is Nancy. I knew that. I knew that.
She's writing it down, Nancy. You're not going to be able to go incognito anymore.
I knew that. I knew it was somebody who I knew. And now come to think of it, that's why I keep seeing a pink planner whenever I see stationary happiness, because you've got the planner that one of the planners that got me into planning from Kiki K. Random story.
There you go.
You just needed, and I think I've told you that before too. Snowing here in Ottawa. Oh, hi. Oh, we've caught up. Sydney. Sherelle's in Sydney. Hey, where in Sydney I used to be. I used to live in Sydney. Caroline in Tassie. Oh, everybody's got sunny weather except for Queensland. This is not surprising.
It's raining in Newcastle. I got friends in Newcastle. They showed rainy pictures on their Instagram this morning.
Can't get rid of it. Hi to everybody. Thank you so much for being so patient with us this morning while we try and go live. Yes, the bubblegum planner. You know what I'm talking about. See?
I'm going to nod like I know.
It reminded me of the sweet shop. What were you pointing at?
Nothing. I was just looking for my notes, but I don't seem to have them on this iPad, so we'll just go off old notes.
And update as we go.
Because it's more or less the same most weeks.
Yeah. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me on Instagram.
Your spontaneous
yesterday?
Instagram yesterday.
My spontaneous Instagram. Yeah, I was feeling good. It felt like a good day. I wanted to try a setup. I just realised why it's yellow.
It's yellow?
Yeah, it's a bit more yellow than normal. It's because of that.
Does anyone else think it's yellow?
It's more yellowy. It's underexposed. It's a darker tinge than it normally is.
Are you being photography nerd right now?
I am.
Okay then.
I am.
Good stuff.
I can't. There we go. I can turn up a little bit brighter.
Excellent.
Well, it's not just photography nerd. There's certain things that you do to make, the stream a little bit nicer.
Is it going to make me look prettier?
If it's exposed correctly, yes.
I'm all for it then.
I also think I think the autofocus is turned off.
I don't know, but we're not sitting, we're sitting close enough
Yeah.
side by side, so it's
That's
okay.
why it's out of focus. I did an impromptu live. I just wanted to show off and these are all out of order because I dropped them last night.
The new inserts.
The new inserts. So I spent all of yesterday. These are definitely out of order because I've got that on the front and then I've got that on the back.
Can I see them?
Go there.
Have you got your secret plans in here? Buy me lots of presents?
No, I just have notes of where I screwed it up, like here.
Show me.
It didn't make sense. So I was proofing live on air.
In the
It's a bit
space
dull.
below, take a
There
moment.
you go. It's a bit darker than normal. Karen sent you a lovely little message.
Oh, thanks, Karen.
You look prettier.
I tried my best.
Love the changes to the inserts. Yeah, so
When I folded this, I steam dried it, but when I folded it, I clearly didn't fold it properly because it's all crinkled here.
it's all crinkled.
Yeah,
That's what I like about this shirt. This shirt is the
that's the athletic shirt.
athletic shirt, and it's got like all the little holes in it.
How come you're wearing the athletic shirt and I'm not? Seems like the wrong way
It's
around.
comfy. I mean, you can wear this shirt if you want.
It'll fit me.
It will.
It's all yours.
It's kind of a bit of a girly cut.
Show off my
Cleavage.
peck cleavage.
What did Indy say the other day?
She called them man boobs. I'm not happy with her.
Um,
They're clearly pecs.
They
They
are.
propel me through the water when I'm swimming.
They are. So, the inserts. I don't think my second camera is working today. No, it hasn't turned on. Technical problems. Yeah, so there's a new monthly grid, there's a new weekly layout, there's also a horizontal weekly layout. So there's 5 weeks of that. There's the, pretty like center, although it's not in the middle anymore because I put all the weeks together and that's sort of breaking up between the weeks and like all the extra bits and pieces. The budget planner is back. So thank you so much to those. Oh, someone just gave us a thumbs down. The budget planner is back because I know so many of you wanted, have requested that go back in. It's a lot more flexible now to what it used to be. We then have obviously our to-do, has to have a to-do list. And this I'm all going to film and actually put up as like a short video so that way everybody can see it without having to go through both of the lives. We've got the tracker, of course, that had to stay. And this page has changed. Oh, wait, I don't have the auto. Oh, no, I do have the autofocus on. Wait, is that right? I can't. Wait, hold on.
What's that page
Let me
for?
try that again. So this page is like a challenge page. Oh, why can I not get my lefts and my rights?
It's focusing, it's all right.
No, I'm trying to get it straight and the brain, there we go. So this page has had a huge, oops, it's focusing on you. Oh my gosh, a huge update. And you can, well, the idea is, and I was saying to Indy, you know how she's learning to draw?
Yes.
She could do like a day of like drawing like a little mini character and every day see the progression of how much she improves. Oh, thank you. Hit the like button, everyone. I love that.
I just went on my iPad onto our YouTube and I liked it. No, there was no thumbs downs.
Oh, it must have gone. If it was me, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get baby to sleep and and she keeps tapping the screen. I know those feels. Lockie likes to grab my phone and
yes, he does.
he almost went live one day on Instagram because I was scrolling Instagram. Anyway,
It's a fun button. Why not?
It is. So yeah, this is the, it's got the clothespins on, it's got a couple of decorations, but then there's a whole bunch of space. So like we've got this space up here if you want to write down like what challenge you're participating in. Yeah, so that's changed. And then the back of that is the 1 line a day because that needs to stay. And then we've got, am I doing this the right way? Yeah, like the blanks, the grids. And then we've got another grid. This is really hard to do when they're all out of order and I'm just making it worse. And then the last page, that's the monthly mood board. Hold on.
I've got the tracker and the get it done.
The last page is looking back and then it's kind of like the mood board. So it looks like that, but it's a, oh, you've got looking back, did you say?
I got get it done and stay on track.
Oh, stay on track. That's on the other side. No. Oh, remember, you had it. This one.
I had remember.
Yeah. So, and then that's the last 2 pages, which is like a summary of the month. So a lot of it stayed there from previous, but I did update a whole bunch of it. These aren't up on the website yet because it took me all day, and it's probably going to take me all day today to transfer them across to the different sizes, just because there's so many, like it's manual. The whole thing is manual. You have to resize it, make sure the columns stay the same width, etc.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
The line spacing is narrow.
A little.
Is that?
Well,
I would.
That was one thing I wasn't sure about.
I'm not a good handwriter to start with, but that would be challenging for me.
Well, this was the thing. I was going to take out every second line in this one here.
Oh, that would be too gappy. Be a problem, wouldn't it? Sorry, I'll be quiet.
So there's a grid that runs the whole thing. And you can take up 2 spaces on the grid, but then I can align stickers to it.
Ah.
And so it's a set size. Whereas if I do it a different size for everything, it doesn't work. The grid doesn't work. That's why there's all these micro decisions that go into making something like this. Like, for example, I don't want to make too many different types of grids because then if I do stickers for them, I'm going to have to make 8 different templates for stickers just for my own inserts. So I try and keep it all similar.
There you go. So you got some like beautiful mind stuff happening there. Good job.
Yeah, it's very detailed. Anyway, so I'm hoping to get those rolling on the website tomorrow. because I know that people have been waiting.
Back in my place.
Super excited, can't wait. And I can stop nagging you now, Sammy. Yes, I was going to say, I thought it was you, Caroline, with the horizontal. So there's 3 different versions. I've taken out the dated because not many people purchased the dated even when they were out on time every month. So I'm like, okay, that actually takes me a bit of time to do. So I'm going to get rid of the dated, but instead what I'm going to do is have the horizontal. And, oh, I feel like I must have coughed too hard because I've hurt
Have you
my
got
throat.
water?
I do.
Okay.
But that tea's from last night. My koala cup. Oh, thank you.
I wouldn't want a mistake to happen.
Yeah. So there's the box vertical, which is, this. Now I've just got to find all the pages. The box vertical, which this one is, I did notice an error while I was on the live yesterday. So that's wrong. Goes that way. So this...
Can I hold them?
You can.
You
Thanks.
can describe.
Thank you. That would be a huge help.
Be useful for
Back a bit, because it's
Back a bit.
focusing on me. I'll put it over my head. Put it over our heads. There we go. Okay, so these boxes here, which have the lines, they won't actually have the lines.
Still focusing on your head.
I know, right? And then this is the horizontal, which then has a blank grid page on the opposite side of the page. And then there's, okay, you can put it down now. And then there's going to be a third option, which is basically just a grid. So all the rest of the pages are the same on the Luxe inserts, except for that, those weekly pages, which has 5 weeks in it. So you can pick from a horizontal, a vertical box, or a plain grid. The grids are not 5mm, they're slightly smaller so that I could have a 1.5 wide standard vertical box. I think taking the date away is good. I tend to use the Luxe data anyway. Yes. Yeah, I agree with that. And plus that means that I also have a template which fits into it, which now I have to resize because all the bits and pieces have changed, which has like date strips that you can put over it all. Did you change the Belle of the Ball quote? I did. Yeah. So I think, was it Katie who messaged in the group? I didn't even notice it. I think I even read it out during the...
Sam's having a good morning. There we go.
Yeah, so I put because I hadn't changed all the artwork over yet, and I realised I forgot to change the quote over from Masquerade.
You're the belle of the ball.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's a lot of work that goes into them. The other change that's going to happen is in the standard kit version. I have seen everyone's requests for the monthly. I am going to put the monthly view in that. It is a cut down version. So you won't get like the extra deco and things like that on it because the extra deco goes into the Luxe, but that is going to be there. So if you have wanted that in the standard kit, it will be there, because I know the standard kit version is easier to print in terms of inks and things like that. And if you don't want to waste your ink, just go and send it off to Staples or Officeworks or somebody else. You do have to make sure that it is duplexed on the, well, depending on which size you get, the short or the long side, but hopefully they know to do that. There is a print release in there anyway. Anyway, so that's these are well and truly all out of whack now. You want to do your update, and I can go through and sort these back out.
You're going to shuffle papers in everyone's ear because the microphone's right
Oh,
there.
it is there too. That's right. Yes. No, I won't do that. I will move them over here. There we go.
I think my update's going to be short and sweet. So hopefully everyone saw the email out yesterday talking about the shipping challenges out of Hong Kong and China. So it took a while to get to the bottom of it, but I've finally worked out that we can get packages, or rather late last week I finally worked out that we can get packages from our production place in China to our warehouse in Hong Kong if I ship it 20 kilos at a time, which has meant, which has meant more than almost 70 boxes actually in total are going between Hong Kong, all consolidated.
Yeah, right.
Between Hong Kong and...
Hey, at least they're getting out.
Yeah. Between China and Hong Kong. And then once they arrive in Hong Kong, they've got to unpack all of those, put them in their right pick slots, and then they can ship them off. So fingers crossed that goes as smoothly as we hope and that nothing critical goes missing. I'm sure one or two will go missing. But we should be able to get most of it in there this week, which means that Dream Chaser will ship, well, I hope this week. It really depends on everything being received.
And lockdowns. And
smoothly. Well, because it's under 20 kilos, so the rule apparently is they're trying to stop commercial shipping movements. So we're getting around it by looking like we're just...
Looking like we're not commercial.
Small.
It's that whole, we're big but not big, right? Because like the big guys might be able to have their own...
Amazon is not affected. They're, of course, just shipping out containers still.
Yeah.
But we
That's
can't.
the big but not big because we're not that big. Geez, that'd be nice. But we're not... So we're not that big, and we're not little, so the packages can't just go through. But it's great that we've worked that out.
Took some time and some convincing. I had to use a translator.
Oh, really? But
we got there.
I mean, we're also beholden to, if there's any local lockdowns and things like that. I mean, so the same stuff that we've been dealing with COVID for the last 2 years.
We're very fortunate. So for the people who don't know, Hong Kong and China are still, it seems, pursuing COVID zero, which means if there's ever a case, they'd basically lock everything down. Hong Kong has been in lockdown for almost all of March. And the latest update from there was that it's going to continue to be in lockdown for a little bit of time, without putting a definitive end date on it. Because it's a warehouse, they're still, like most places that are in lockdown, they're letting essential services keep going. So that covers things like warehouses and shipping movements and those kind of things. So the warehouse is still operating, we're still able to ship out. It's just that shipping in is a challenge. Anyway, we've worked it out and that should ship relatively soon. And I'm still not sure whether or not that will impact Sweetheart. I suspect it might.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Which sucks because we just got back on top of everything and then this has happened. But as you all know, we do get everything out. We do send it all out. Also, the new stuff is in the new packaging, right?
Oh, yes. So
Do you have? You don't have?
No, I'm waiting on our...
samples.
Well, I've ordered yours as the test dummy.
It'll
be here soonish.
Oh, is that the thing that I got? That's not far. I got to notice that I've got something on the way.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I was like, ooh.
Well, that could be it.
I hope so.
Anyway, so the Dream Chaser,
that's right.
The packaging for Dream Chaser, it should be that your papers will be inside the cardboard shipper that you would have most likely received Book Lover in. And then the papers in that cardboard outer will be put inside of a bubble mailer. Which is a lovely shade of pink. Do you remember which PMS colour you picked?
Nope.
Anyway, pink bubble mailer will arrive and that'll have the papers inside of it and then anything else will be outside of the cardboard but inside of the bubble mailer, which should do a really great job of protecting everything in transit.
Oh my gosh. I'm a wreck today.
So that's the shipping update.
I just went to speak and swallowed at the same time.
That's the shipping update for that. Just a few other general ones. I noticed there's a few Australian orders so Australia Post will reject an order if the suburb and postcode don't match, and that can include a missing full stop or a full stop that shouldn't be there, or a capitalisation that shouldn't be there. They're great, wonderful, easy to work with people, the Australia Post robots.
I mean, it's not like we have...
It also includes, so some people, mostly in Australia, quote their address as
like where they put this...
They might say Brisbane Greenbank instead of Greenbank. They put the
Or they put
the
Brisbane as well, where you don't need to actually put the city.
So the city that's asked on the shipping form should actually be your suburb. So anyway, I've just been going through and updating those. There were about 100 instances where fellow Australians had done what I always do and put in the wrong full stop in the wrong place. Or I used to update those manually because Australia Post's system would reject them as I went. But
we don't see that now.
I don't see that now. So I've gone through and cleaned them up back to about February.
Yeah.
So if you're an Australian and you're waiting on a kit, that's probably why.
Yeah.
So that's shipping.
The Go Wild planner packs, I'm just going to jump in about those, went amazing. Thank you so much for everybody
thanks
for your support. I'm still receiving messages of people asking if there's any left. But yeah, they're all gone. They're sold. When are they shipping?
Well, that's what I was doing when you walked in.
Oh, cool. They're shipping soon.
I gotta go source a box.
Your parents have got them, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I gotta go source a box.
Yeah.
Because they're like 45 minutes that way. That way. Southwest they are.
Yeah.
South, east, west.
Yeah. So they are on their way very, very soon.
Yes.
Which is awesome because, they're shipping. And hopefully, did everybody order just that?
Yes. Everyone followed the rules. So
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Because that
made my job a lot easier because I wasn't having to pull things in and out and that kind of thing.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And I'm glad that that they've gone, and hopefully, once we hear about the next Go Wild, and we hear about where it's going to be, and all those details start coming out, which sometimes can take a little while because it's a huge thing to organize. We'll discuss a new, because I would love to do another Go Wild release. Now, on that topic, there's thank you to those people who used my Wild U link. I do have an affiliate link with Wild U, and I don't just promote, I promote it. I don't really promote it as much as I should. I don't promote just because I'm so busy trying to promote our stuff. But I honestly think it is amazing value. It's a great, it's like a sub-community as well, because there's the Llama Lounge, which is a group on Facebook, and then there's the online classes and stuff like that. And it's amazing to have that community there, and I wouldn't be promoting it if I didn't believe in it. Thank you to those people who used my link. If you would like that link, it's in our Facebook group.
Yeah. So Julie's just asked about the Go Wild discount orders. Yes, they've almost all gone out so far as I can see. There were a few that I just tidied up address information on, and there are a couple as well that are sitting in there with some products that I might have. There are bundles, but then they haven't been unbundled correctly as they've gone into the warehouse system. There's about 20 that I'm just going through.
Oh, okay. Cool. They're on the way.
Mostly they have. There were a few people who ordered very, very large amounts from the warehouse sale, so thank you for that. Much appreciated. One person ordered 75 things. I know.
Whoa.
So I won't.
Wow, that's gonna be like Christmas.
I won't name the person, but
no.
That order will ship in 3, I think, boxes. So when I see big orders like that, and I do my best to flag them with the warehouse so that they're not trying to cram everything into a box.
Yeah. And I think that's getting better too, right? My last ones came quite well. They weren't.
Yeah, there's a learning curve. They're getting used to it.
Yeah.
They're getting used to it.
And that would have happened whether it was here or overseas or anything like that as well. It's
correct.
With the change, there's always a something to learn.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going. Shipping and those kind of things are moving along as they reasonably well now.
I'm not sure if you saw, but you were getting a lot of compliments on bypassing the 20 kilo hurdle.
Yeah, just don't tell the customs people at China or Hong Kong, please.
Yeah. So it has been. I ordered. What was that? I ordered
the first thing. Yeah. So yes, a lot of them have
everything, but I'd love to.
a lot of them have gone, which is really pleasing. To see.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And hold on, you've already received it. That's fantastic because Karen's in New Zealand too, which had all those issues with.
That is true.
With shipping, so that's really good to hear.
So different countries, just because of volumes and sort of the way they're routed, different countries go at different times. So it's entirely possible for somebody to have ordered on the first day of the sale and not having gotten it yet.
Yeah, you don't need to say the name. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. It's not that. I will say that order though is not the record large order that we've had. There's been 2 orders that have been larger.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's really nice to see. I mean,
It's really flattering.
But I mean, any order is really flattering.
It is.
The fact that people will spend $20 or $30 on something that we've created is like, it still blows my mind.
It sure does.
So,
it's really, it's wonderful.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be a giant order. Any order is amazing.
That's
Hi,
right.
Kimberly.
Hey,
Welcome. Secaucus, New Jersey.
The black hole of Secaucus.
New Jersey.
So,
Oh,
Sam's very excited about the planner party, which she's got some
really
stuff to
am.
organise.
I really am.
Don't take the as
No, that's me because I've been so wrapped up in trying to get these inserts done and the next kit and the.
Well, you're celebrating the start of the school holidays now with the planner party.
I mean, yay!
Cheer up! You get to have our 2 wonderful cherubs running around for 2 whole weeks.
Oh, which means next week we'll probably have Indy in for our live. Lockie's a bit camera shy. But, he doesn't really like being on camera. But, yeah, Indy will most definitely pop in, especially now that we've changed things around. It's easier for
Highlight
her.
that comment from Natalie. Thanks for that. Not that one. The one above it.
I didn't see the one above it.
That is funny. So Natalie's arrived in the new planner, the new packaging arrangement. I'm really glad to hear that.
That's awesome.
Thank you for that feedback.
Yeah. The planner party is, I just need to confirm with Ashley. I believe it's this weekend. I have been really slack. I will get those digitals up tomorrow for people to start making stuff and I will start promoting it. That is completely my bad. It got pushed back and then with the craziness that was notable, with the craziness that is notable, that was like trying to get through the digitals. Actually, I'll bring that up while I'm here. So, because I was sort of segueing into this, Kimberly. So with all that craziness, I've been trying to catch up on all that as well. So the digitals, because I've already got this one. I just want a front cover. There it is. Because I've already got this one 3/4 of the way through. This will be the first one to go up, which is the Planner Love one. And then I'll be doing, so the next one after that, I will be prioritising Country Cottage.
It's not focusing. There we are.
There we go. I'll be prioritising Country Cottage up straight after because I know a lot of people want to use that for Easter, because of the bunnies. And for April. So, and then after that, I'm basically going to fly through, well, as long as my computer's lets me. It's crashed 3 times today in InDesign. But I'm planning to literally fly through that, maybe even move Nicole's computer over to my desk and it can batch stuff while I work on other stuff. I can run 2 computers.
That'll bring your screen total to what?
Not enough. I have 1, 2, 3. Google doesn't count.
You can't point at a screen and say it doesn't count.
Well, because I don't really look at it. It's like background.
Oh, okay.
So 3, 4 if you include the iPad, which we're currently looking at.
All right then. Go team.
I could always do with another 2.
Two screens per eye.
Yeah.
Right.
It still can't keep up with all the people in my head.
It's like you're at a air traffic control center.
Could be like NASA. Yeah, you're right. I need more screens.
Oh gosh, what have I done?
Although.
So, inserts are on track.
Anyway,
and
yeah,
schedule,
so they're on their way.
which is great.
Oh, Heather. Thank you. Just putting that out there. I'm running 2 computers and 4 screens on my desk right now.
Listen,
Thank you, Heather.
Just the male brain is very upset that it can't multitask.
Oh, not including my phone.
There you go. I'm having just a hard time talking and breathing.
I could easily run.
That's why my heart rate's so slow. I have to pause it every time I read something.
I could quite easily. I have actually in the past when I'm batching. I bring the other computer over, which where we used to sit was quite easy because it was literally right next to me and I just sort of like swing it around. But now I have to get Michael to pull it up off the desk and move it over. I'm trying to convince him to buy me one of the new Studio Macs so that way I can just get another screen on that.
It's like 12 grand.
It's 6. Not that I've counted it up.
Yeah.
And it's fast enough to keep up, to keep up with my brain for maybe the next 6 months. I love this. I love all these messages. I currently have 4 up: an iPad, a phone, a TV, and a computer. Right? This is just what we do. And I still have eyes in the back of my head. Indy was going through something over here the other day. And I said to her, you need to go up and in the back of the next door up. She's like, Mummy, how do you know where I was? And I'm like, I just know. It's a parent thing. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm anyway, back to the main story. I'm planning on just like literally batching through as much as I can once that happens. Obviously that's in between other deadlines and bits and pieces, because once I'm batching, I generally can't use that computer for anything else. And it takes like 3 or 4 days to sort of pump out a kit.
It's like a go
if
get a coffee
everything
kind
goes
of thing.
well. Yeah. And that means, all the checks and stuff like that too. I will say with the inserts that I have reduced the amount of sizes that I do. I'm trying to think what the sizes are, because I did, I want to say 14 sizes previously. And I counted the pages. It was something like 2,100 pages I had to proof every month. And just with the added workloads of digital kits and all sorts of stuff.
People do say you're supposed to read a book every week, so there you go.
Yeah.
4
But
books.
my brain just starts skimming. It just looks like the same stuff. So I just stopped actually processing information because it all looks the same. So, yeah, I've decided to pare that down to the sizes that match the melody. So, yeah, that is a big change. But as I said, there's now the horizontal, the vertical box, and the grid version. Caroline, I'd love a Studio Mac too. As a techie, you can never have too many screens. I feel so seen by my people. I love you all. Michael is just holding in the seething for these comments.
No, I get
She
it.
has enough screens.
I get it. We all like our tech. I got
We
a
do.
screen in my glasses that I use when I'm swimming.
There you go.
I understand.
Yeah, your tech is all on your try stuff.
My watch.
Yep. Oh, Katie, you have no idea. So I actually started using a new like project management software in the last month to just try and get back on top of things again. And it's got goals, and you can set goals based on, sorry, I'm going to go a little bit techie here because I can. And you can do goals based on what you've like ticked off and stuff like that. And so I've added in all the items that I need to do for all the kits, like the digital kits. And one of my goals is to get caught up on all the digital kits. I'm currently at 10% and I've done like 20 things. So just to, and the inserts, even though there's like, however many inserts for each kit, there's like, please be careful with that.
I did.
That's only one item as well. So, yeah, there's a lot to do. But yes, it will definitely feel amazing. Ooh, you should do a Notable update. I'm excited because my blanket and pillow cover from Notable merch is on the way.
Well, there's been a few comments about Notable. Before we get to Notable,
yep.
So Kimberly asked about
sorry, I missed that.
An update on her customer service request about Planner Love. I replied to that 2 days ago, Kimberly. So maybe it's in your spam, but you should be sorted out on that. So the Notable stuff is really great to see. Those are starting to arrive. We get excited every time we see those shared. There have been a couple of instances where the production people that we're using have sent the wrong tumbler to the wrong person. So we, because it's a production error in those cases, please just email us with a photo of what you've received.
Yep.
And we can get that replaced, which we have done. Having said that,
they're getting. Oh, it's being sorted.
It's being sorted, so it's you're getting a replacement. So the production people are sending a replacement to you.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but I'd probably just message the person whose name was on the tumbler and
Swapsies.
Swapsies.
Yeah.
Because that's...
Then you've got 2.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Because particularly at the moment, it's everyone's that knows about notables in the group. So
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yep.
Because there's been 2 sets where people have received the wrong one.
And well, the thing is, they've got... was there 2 sets?
Yeah, there was the first one that was delivered on Friday, and then there was the second set that was delivered
but the
Saturday.
same, like, it's not 2 sets of people, it's 2 people.
Yeah, so imagine you got mine and I got yours.
Yeah, yeah. And the good thing is, because it's a tumbler, it's got the name on them.
Well, except if you've ordered it for your mum, which somebody
Well,
has.
that's true. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring this up because Anna brought up a really cool idea. Still would love to see a merchandise item about service animal for Lucky's service dog. Yes, absolutely. So, for those who have been following us for a while now, pre-COVID, we were trying to get Lockie an assistance dog. We are trying to do that again. So absolutely, there will be pet stuff, pet and service animal stuff. We are limited by what we can do through our supplier. But we are planning in the not too distant-ish future. So once we have time, like a mental health and all that sort of range.
Once we have time. You said that without a smile on your face too.
I don't need sleep. Sleep is optional. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
That's my saying. You can't take my saying.
It's not just your saying. So yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot planned.
I love Will Smith. Sorry.
There's a lot planned. He punched Chris Rock too. Holly just sent us. Because he's something Chris Rock said about his wife. Apparently.
Like, seriously?
Well,
Or joking?
I just read the headline.
There was a swap.
There was a swap.
Kimberly, no. So Notable Merch is completely different. It's actually... Do you want to talk about how it...
Yeah, sure.
It does? Yeah.
So Notable Merch, there's no warehouse per se, so we don't have a whole bunch of products just sitting there. When you order something, it's made just for you.
Yep.
And then it ships from the local production facility. So if you live in the US, it will almost certainly be produced and shipped from a US production place.
Yep.
If you live in Europe, it will be produced and shipped from a European production place. If you're in Australia, some items are from Australia, others go from the US, others go from Europe, depending on what's more efficient.
Who makes what?
The same for New Zealand, some from Australia, some from the US, some from Europe, depending on what's best.
Yeah. And some products are only made in certain places, so
that's true.
They might have extra shipping on them because they have to come from a certain spot and they need extra packaging and things like that. So we have absolutely no say on how much the shipping is. We literally have an app which goes directly back to our suppliers, gets the shipping rate directly from them. We don't see that.
Yeah. That's right. So, for example, these items, and Sam's watch band as well. So, one item, not the watch band, 2 items, 3 items, 4 items, they all come from separate places. Whereas if you were to buy 3 shirts or 3 of that shirt or 5 tumblers or 4 watch bands or whatever, which come from the same place, you're going to see a slightly reduced...
Or like the blanket and the cushion.
Yeah, the blanket and the cushion from the same
place. The same place. So they arrived in one box.
Well, actually, the blanket and the cushion and this shirt are from the same place.
Yeah. So the
hoodie, wherever that is.
Hoodie. I was going to wear that today.
Where'd your hoodie go?
That is a
Sam's lost her hoodie. We're going to have to buy you a new one. Lucky I know a guy.
Actually, I had to... Oh, it's over there. I had to put it away because when I put the purple and pink in my hair, it was...
You don't want to damage your hoodie.
No.
So the notable stuff, we're super happy with how the launch has gone so far.
We've got a couple of things to fix up today.
Yeah. There was a comment earlier from Shalina who had ordered a couple of custom mugs.
Ooh.
And Shalina, I think you may have ordered... I can't quite remember if Shalina ordered... Oh, no, a couple of people ordered our custom...
Ooh, Shalina received them already.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about because the shipping is predominantly from somewhere that's really close to you, unless you happen to live in Australia and order a tumbler, they will usually arrive quite soon. So I think most of the people who ordered in that first weekend will have received their orders,
or at least most of it
already, or most of it. If not, there'll be parts sort of on the way.
Yeah.
And for that kind of thing, we'd really love to see you post it in the group.
Yeah.
I know that a couple of people have posted theirs, and we just love seeing that, and really, we get a lot of enjoyment out of sharing in your joy. Which is, I hear Black Hat Jackets arriving Monday. Excellent.
Yes.
We want to see pictures.
I'm going to order mine today.
Well, you keep threatening to.
Threatening? I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Have you decided yet what you're going to put? So the customizations on the jacket. Sam's evil genius at work. So you can customize. You can put your name on the back or a phrase that you like.
Yeah.
You can have there's a mini on the
front.
On the front, which
Yep.
you can customize to make look like yourself.
You can also,
And like Spider-Man, you got secret messages on the inside of your wrists.
So, and the other thing is the PA. You can actually change the color of.
Oh,
There's
that's
a couple
true.
of colors that I've uploaded. So I think who was it?
Oh no,
in the
Heather.
group was asking about prototypes and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know if I showed this in a live. So this is, it's a wet wipe that's not wet. I was grabbing at stuff at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and I was trying to work out how to do the secret message on the arms. So I'm like, okay, if this is my design that's up on my screen, and then I make it like this, and I go like this, and this is my sleeve, and that's a bit that folds under, and I go like that. I actually want to see it while I'm like typing. I want to be able to like fold the message back, and it's written to me, not to anybody else. And then I've gone, okay, so I write it here, and I'm literally here like writing, and then I've pulled it up, and I've gone, okay, that's how I need to do it. This is how I design. What was the oh no? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. And spaghetti. It'll wash out. They wash really well.
They do. So the billing for Notable is in US dollars. We did that because we're charged in US dollars, and we just needed to make sure that it was easy for us to track, sort of making sure that we're charging the right amount for things. I don't know though whether your credit card company will, because we're Australian. I don't know whether they'll consider it an international transaction.
Well, that depends on the
not.
bank. It depends on your account. It,
Yeah.
depends on everything.
I don't know. Maybe the people who are from the US who have ordered already can clarify that. But it definitely is in USD. Notable also has PayPal as a payment option, so you might find that easier. As well.
Yep. Because that way it's I don't know if there's less charges or whatever if it goes through that.
Yeah.
Yes, we are working on. So we wanted to see how the first batch went with having minis and stuff on it. They were wildly popular. Probably the most popular items in the shop.
Yeah.
So we'll be adding definitely more. And we're actually working on more options and things like that as well.
Yeah. And I would just say, so the minis, what a great idea for your mum for Mother's Day. Yeah. You've got time.
Absolutely. So that's notable.
That's notable, yeah. Yeah. So I think so the only other thing on Notable, so we're very shortly, once you just had a few changes to make on one or two items.
Yes.
Once those are made, it will go live.
It will go live.
We've got live to everyone rather than just the mailing list.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate the support you've given it so far, because we wanted to fine tune and make sure everything was just right before we launched it out to everyone. So the couple of hundred people that have signed on for early access, thank you very much for your support, and we hope that you're loving those items.
Yeah, and thank you. Yeah, thanks so much for your orders, because it's given us a good chance to, while it's while we've only got a few orders going through, just to give every single one some extra attention to make sure to contact, because we did have a few things which we've had to contact our suppliers for, make changes in the system based on those changes. And if we had a full amount of orders potentially rushing through, it just would have become really overwhelming, and it just would have collapsed us. Like, we just wouldn't have been able to cope. So thank you so much to everybody for being so understanding and for supporting us with that.
That's right.
The next thing
So just a small update on the cheerleader. So both Katie and Kelly have been our cheerleaders of the month.
Katie. Yes, Katie was the one who was like, I want to see how things are made.
Yeah. so the cheerleaders of the month so far, obviously cheerleader of the month is something that we really are passionate to continue with because we love our the vibe in our group, and we love it being supportive, and it's a knowledge sharing centre, and we can't do it without you.
That's right.
We did promise a nice little digital certificate.
That is still on the way.
That. Sam promises to do it because my design skills are lacking. Mine wouldn't look as good as your little mock-up there.
Yeah, it would. Actually, while we're talking about mock-ups, I just wanted to show... I'm not going to show this in detail, but this is how I made the melodies. This was my mock-up for the melodies. My prototype.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can we... So Shalina's just mentioned the fees and charges for USA.
Oh, yeah.
So the way that Notable is set up and our suppliers are set up is they charge us the tax based on your state. We can't pass that tax on because we're not registered in the US for tax, but that's just a cost. So that fees and charges line you're seeing is just covering the tax.
That we get charged.
I know that depending on the state you're in the US, that your taxes may actually be smaller or more than that. Unfortunately, I can't add a charge in by state. So we tried. We just have to put in a generic one to cover the US.
Yeah.
The reason we can't just put prices up by whatever the highest percentages are to cover that tax is there are some places we sell where the tax is 27%.
That's not happening on every product.
So it's
huge.
We didn't want to pass on more than what we were actually charged. Unfortunately for the US, until we get big enough and we actually are charging tax in different states, we're just leaving it like that. So that's what that fee is.
Yeah.
Just
Whereas that's very different to Planners Anonymous because we're not.
Yeah, that's right. No.
Yeah. Karen, that's one of the other products that are going to come up. That are inserts, printables, and mini mugs are on my list.
And Heather, I unfortunately the way that I can pass those charges on is only by country, not by state.
Yeah.
So I just kind of had to put in a generic number. I know that I think New York is 4%. We got a large number of customers in New York. The flip side of that is California is 7.25 and Texas is 6.25. I've become an international tax expert. So that's challenging.
Heather lives somewhere where there's no taxes.
There are a few states in the US where there's no taxes.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
So, but unfortunately the software doesn't
it's not that fine-tuned. When we get bigger and we're proper tax-paying citizens, then that'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. I can't wait to get my cozy country cottage outfit.
Yeah.
Yay!
The next melody release. What? Oh, that sample prototype you're not showing?
No.
You're teasing
there's
everybody.
There's a reason why I showed... This was from the first melody, but it's got some features in there that I want to discuss about bringing into the new melody. Hence why I sort of teased, but...
She's holding back on us, folks.
Sure am.
So the next melody...
Well, because it's probably very expensive to do, and I don't want to get people's hopes up if it's going to be too expensive. Because I took them out of the original melody because it was an expensive feature.
Gotcha. So the next melody release we have spoken about, and we did sort of briefly preview that last week.
Currently talking to suppliers about a few different things. And thank you to everybody who jumped into the group and put suggestions in the suggestion box.
Yeah.
Because, yes, I did go through that and read through those. I actually replied to a couple and then got called away by one of the kids. And so I don't even know how many I replied to. But, yeah, feel free to please keep leaving suggestions in the little suggestion box and I will read through them. Not just for the melody, but, like, all the little bits and pieces that we release alongside it. Yep. So we need to have a meeting about what that range would be, and
We do.
Yeah, we're looking at doing a pre-order for it. And
Well, we said we were going to do that last week. So
Yeah.
So that still hasn't changed.
that was last week. I can't remember last week.
You're right there.
There's this thing that I have
Called brain. It's remembering all of the things you do. No?
called ADHD.
Oh, yeah, that.
Whereas I struggle with that.
So, well, that's what I'm here for. So, yes, the pre-order will happen, we think, in May for a... what was it? Pre-order in April for May.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
That was how it was going to work.
Yeah. Any chance for a PA3 ring hole punch? Okay, so we looked at this very early on. The thing is, there was so many places that sell them and so cheaply that by the time that we got them with shipping, because they're heavy,
Yeah, we just can't.
compete. So the problem is, even though we use the same suppliers, well, some of the same suppliers as some of the bigger businesses, because we order on their minimums, we get charged a lot more than the bigger businesses. So just some like boring background business stuff. So even though we can get access to that stuff, we pay a lot more. We don't get the discount bonuses and price breaks that everybody else does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Which is, I mean, comes back to what we always say, tell your friends, because that helps us grow, which, helps us to get more access to different products, and B, price breaks on products too.
More cost effectively for everybody.
How would you like feedback on non-website critical bugs? Oh, there's so many.
Maybe we could put another suggestion box up in the forum for people to help us with the website.
Yeah,
That's
there's a fair few at the moment.
Yeah, there's some missing add to cart buttons. The button still works, but the text doesn't say add to cart.
We've even had a developer in and having a look, and they can't work out why that's happening. It's coming to the point now where the website, Shopify has moved on to 2.0, but our website has not, and we're starting to see it falling a little bit over in places. So we've been adding a lot of Band-Aids to hold things together. Yeah. We've been MacGyvering things.
Karen's just pointed out that it's April on Friday.
April Fools. Punch on Notable merch. No, that's not a product that we have access to through Notable. But that is a good idea. And I'm always looking around to see what new products we can do through Notable. We're just very restricted with our suppliers on that. I'm just a lousy puncher, therefore happy planner. Absolutely. So there is a 3-hole punch by Repesco, which is sold through Amazon, which is my go-to 3-hole punch. Depending on the size you're using, you do need to sort of move things around and stuff like that. But because I'm always using a B6, I literally tape the back of mine so that it doesn't move. It doesn't move anyway, but I tend to bump it into things. I'm a bit clumsy. So I tape it down so that even if I bump it into something, it doesn't move.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, Helene, check out Amazon for that one. Is it? No.
No.
No. There's not even, because if one place is out of stock on something, it'll default to a different place. That's all rerouting in the background that we don't even see.
I mean, I guess the question really is about how you save on shipping for Notable merch. The way that they calculate the shipping that we then pass on is if the first item, depending on what it is a certain cost. So the first shirt that ships, depending on where you live, is $6 to $7. I think it might be $10 to come to Australia.
Yeah.
Then the next one is like $2 or $3, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
The problem is the base cost, like these mugs cost, the first item is $13 to ship, and then the next item is $4 or $5. But what you can do is you can play with your cart, so you might be able to pull a few things out of the cart and see what the shipping cost is, because you'll quickly find out kind of what ships with what. But generally speaking, clothing items and the fabric-based items ship from one place, and then the things like the mugs ship separately, generally speaking. But I think that's a great suggestion, and maybe we can work out how we can make that easier and make it easier for you to build carts. Sam's just written it down.
Light bulb.
There you go.
Yeah, I just said, like, it's hard because Notable's still really young, and there's businesses need cash, but and like all the apps that we've already had to plug in a considerable amount of apps. But one of the things I've said is maybe that there's a wish list app so that we can at least, instead of deleting something from your cart, we can maybe move it into a wish list and move it back, and that makes it easier. Like how I shop on Amazon. Boop, 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 boop. So anyway, that's we'll look into all that, but I have noticed a lot of people doing that. They sort of chuck things into carts and then get rid of it and see which combination is the cheapest.
My caffeine's empty.
Oh, I haven't had caffeine yet today. Could explain a few things.
It's 1:30, Sam.
I'll have it after this. I'll have it after this.
Yeah, fair enough.
There we go. Heather's got a good one. On Amazon, Work Lion Adjustable 6-hole punch. There you go.
Good one.
Hey, thank you very much. Do you have any more updates? Because I have one.
No, I got nothing.
I've got something to show for it.
Oh, okay. What do you got to show?
Next kit. I know it's not the first, so after the first I normally preview the next kit, but because I was a little bit, I didn't get the chance to export the sticker book in previews today. I tried, and InDesign had other ideas. Thanks, Adobe. I'm not salty at all about my Adobe experience recently.
So
anyway. So, previews for the next kit. I know that when we showed off last week the stickers, the standard stickers for the kit. I feel this. I have had my meds though, so they've kicked in. Hence the sentences. So the preview for the next kit, I know a few people saw a blurry sort of little preview, but I wanted to bring up the actual preview for the next kit. So as mentioned, because we are still showing off the kit prior, or the kit that's about to come out, we don't show anything more than the preview splash.
Sweet, it hasn't been built yet.
Exactly. But we usually show it just after that's been built, but I'm going to show it today because I've got it ready and I want to show something. Also, there will be an email coming out for Sweet Art. So I've been also putting together. Oh, people could read that preview.
Shores. I read that as something different. I can only read it small on Sam's screen. Wasn't PG. I was confused.
Get out. So, this is Mermaid Shores. Mermaid Shores.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Gosh.
Oh, that's pretty.
So, Mermaid Shores is a beautiful kit. So the last mermaid kit I did was Space Whale. Was it Space Whale?
Space Whale.
Hello Universe? No.
It was called Whale Song.
Whale Song. Space Whale. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I first read it as morning chores.
That would have been a better option for me, Katie.
No. So yeah, that's coming out. It's like the artwork is beautiful. Like Holly has really outdone herself.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous kit. There is a lot of pastel colors through this kit. It's just really soft and wonderful, and it uses a really really wide spectrum of colors in it. So and the sea creatures, it goes sort of under the sea, and it's so pretty. It's such a gorgeous kit. I can't wait to show it off. But back to Sweet Art. So there is an email coming out.
Later this afternoon. I've got to wait
afternoon.
16 hours between emails.
Oh, okay. So later this afternoon it will come out. Okay. That's right. I said I was going to try and say this. That's your planner's anniversary. I said it. So there's this movement for the, so because we're coming up to our 5-year anniversary, and Bess from LPA was telling me the other day, she's like, we have to do something for your anniversary. So we're going to do, I haven't worked out what it is yet because I've got a few things I need to get my head wrapped around that are more urgent, but we have to do something for our planners and anniversary.
More urgent than a party?
Well,
Who are you? You've changed.
I got responsibilities. I growed up.
You've changed.
Don't growed up.
Gone changed. I don't like it. Go have a party.
Anyway, so feel free to write any questions that you still have that we haven't answered. I feel like we've answered a lot. We don't... Yeah, but you can't lean on it.
I can't lean on it.
No. That's what I did earlier, and I looked at myself and I was like, no. I got 3/4 of the way through the show and tell, and that's when I got the spinning rainbow wheel of death.
Oh, I hate the rainbow wheel of death.
Yeah, which decided to trash the file. So I don't have a show and tell today. I did mention last week that our Instagram is changing, and we're doing previews on the website instead. That's part of that email that is going out. So there is also an email with more detail coming out than what we normally do. So we're trying to we're trying to change things up here a little bit, give you guys a little bit more info. Yeah, trying to do our best. Right. So that email will come out tomorrow, you said?
No, today.
Later today. I'm working on the website updates as well as inserts and all that, other sort of stuff. This is why things take so long to get out and why the printables tend to get delayed. But once it's done and it'll be up. Thank you so much for your patience though. I'm just seeing there hasn't been any questions so far, which means...
Well, I think we're on about a 30-second delay.
Yes, we are.
Based on...
So excited for more blue. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of colours in it. Actually, I had a look through the recent colours and there's a really big mix.
It's a good spectrum.
Yeah. Oh, while we're waiting for people to comment, I've just started up a Pinterest page for Planners Anonymous. Late to the party. I've had one for me personally since like Pinterest was released. It's going to have a whole bunch of previews. Well, not previews, sorry. It's going to have a whole bunch of projects that other people have done as well as like bits that I decided to throw up. It's an evolving thing. It's still brand new. But what I did want to say is I will be using... So from now on, the hashtag PA Show and Tell isn't just for the live. So we're going to be using, so from this date today, it will also be used on our website as, it may be used on the website as well. And it may be used on like Pinterest and things like that. If we ever do decide that we would love to use your image on like marketing or advertising, I should say, then we will contact you and get your okay first. But Pinterest, I thought Pinterest is a really great way to grab like collections of stuff, and I've got it all sorted out by kit. So if you're looking for inspiration, that's another really good way, because it's really hard in the Facebook group, it's really hard on Instagram, and Instagram's moving more towards video, whereas Pinterest is a really good way for albums of photos and inspiration, and then you can pin them in and stuff like that. So yeah, check that out. There's not much on there yet, but there will be soon.
Yeah. So Laurie's asked about the creative kits. I know you've got Dream Chaser and Northern Lights in progress.
Yes.
Do you have any other than just it's you've got to find time?
It's on my list. It's on my list. Yeah. I'm
It's a long list.
It is a very long list.
It's longer than the grocery list.
It's much longer than the grocery list. It's longer than the grocery receipt.
It's pretty long.
So yeah, that's it is coming. I'm hoping to get through a chunk of work this week. We will see. I know I say that every week, but I do get through a chunk of work and more stuff comes up.
We're like Pinky and the Brain. We're like, what are you going to do this week?
Take over the world.
We do every week.
Catch up on all my stuff. Well, I need to this week because next week's school holidays.
Which
and that
one of
makes
us
it
is
harder.
Pinky and which one's the Brain?
I'm the Brain.
Checks out. I got much more energy.
Yeah, I really love Pinterest for just being able to collect ideas. Yeah, get back on the Pinterest bandwagon. I'll be looking for like Planners Anonymous tags because I think you can tag. I'm still getting used to it. I think you can tag us if you pin something, so then I can always repin it maybe onto those boards. So if you want to make life really easy for me, that would be wonderful. Because otherwise I've got to find photos, grab them and chuck them up with descriptions and links. And
yeah,
it's painful. It's all manual. What I was trying to do the other day. But anyway, yeah, so if your stuff is on Pinterest, tag us or, yeah, I don't know how it all works. I'm still learning. But it will be on there.
You got your Pinterest L plates on.
I do. After years of using it, I haven't used it from the business side, just from the I like to use this pretty website, Pinterest hole. Anyway, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We're going to go. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll be back next week. Hopefully on time next week. Sorry for being late. Thanks for joining anyway. And yeah, that's it. Hold on. Where's my mouse?
All right, I'm waving.
Bye.
Bye.